Oh, so you came to learn more about Vocaloid, eh? Oh, this is Vocaloid 102. What is the Vocaloid influence? Will be a series of questions comprised to answer that fundamental question I just said, or asked. I asked, but I know the answer, so I'm going to give you the answers. Yay. I know I spent the last part of the last episode using generalizations without too in-depth of information, but it was for time, okay? So this time, and for the upcoming Vocaloid 101 videos, this series right here will be edited by a friend of mine. I wanted to help them grow their skills in editing so that they can get better at, editing. I had to grow to learn it, so I'm helping someone out by doing that. So, anyway, maybe they'll create their own style and you may like their editing videos more. So, today, we're asking the questions about Vocaloid and its effects on influencing people. And most importantly, young children and teenagers, because they're not fully grown yet. And every parent worries about their little children. Children? I know I will. I'm the type of guy that hears the baby not crying and goes to see if it's alright. I'm going to be a very annoying father, I know. I was going to make a joke about being bioavailable. Yes, I'm viral bacteria, and I'm in your nose, I'm in your armpits, and I'm in your brain. But I'm actually not bioavailable anymore. So it's kind of a failed joke. Anyway, the first question is, what is the appeal of Vocaloid? Basically, it's the music. Who would have thought? Everyone has their favorite type. I'm a pretty all-around type of guy. I like to wake up with some BB King, then turn in the afternoon with a little Slipknot. Yeah, nothing weird about that. Maybe. But there is an allure about a young girl below 18 singing a very deep song. Weird. They're not all below 18. Just the most popular ones are for some reason. Why do you think the Justin Bieber fanbase started? Vocaloid is also an attempt for individual people who don't know how to create music themselves for a label, mostly for people who can't sing. The big love of Vocaloid comes from the ability to create and find any type of music, even the absolutely weird. If you're a Vocaloid fan, you know there's weird. The weirdest part is that not many people know why they love Vocaloid. I listen because it opens a door to a world I've never seen before. Although being here a few years has given me insight, but after some of the Vocaloid songs top 10s I've done, I may have went a little too deep, because like every type of music, there are those creepy and confusing. So, on to question number 2. Do Vocaloid music have labels? Why, yes. Yes, they do, good sir and oh madam. Vocaloid has a slew of labels with each of their own age group they target, okay? Karen T is a big Vocaloid label that usually targets teenagers or adolescents. Exit Tunes is a very big label, the bulk of the albums in physical disc form. They usually target all ages, but there are some that are very adult, and some that are very, for kids. For kids can listen to. Family friendly, I think that's what the new YouTube craze is. Rice Records, was at one point a big label, but has died down quite a bit in recent years, but they were really aiming towards the more mature audiences. Most albums having the parental advisory on the label, usually with F-bombs and sea rockets flying around everywhere, but obviously not on every song. That would be weird. I mean, even Five Finger Death Punch doesn't have a bad word on every song. And oh man, don't get me started on some of the artists. Vocaloid is an English label that allows indie producers to sell their merchandise. But while most use Vocaloid, which is on Bandcamp, link in the description, the producers themselves have a Bandcamp page themselves. So what does that mean? Vocaloid is basically the the best English thing out, indie producer. Yeah, I have it. This is just a few of the 144 that I know of. Silent pause. Epic pause. So I won't say that these are the only ones, because VocaDB has a massive list. Holy crap, holy, I didn't know that was that many. If you have a disc and it has some bad themes on it, then it will surely have the parental advisory that most mature music has. I mean, there's no going against it. That's just the law. Question number 3. What if I can't understand lyrics? Or you have just joined the family? Find a video or a website that translates it. Or find a text of those lyrics in native form, and I know it may not be perfect, but use Google Translate or another translating service, or get one of your friends who knows that language to translate it for you. Unless you know someone that can do it without, having to pay thousands of dollars to get a translator. In which, why are you asking this question? So, question 4. Who are the fan bases? Younger people, more in their 20s, like moi, are coming to like Vocaloid better than younger people in Generation X. Now, are they men or are they women? From what I can tell, it's about 60-40 favoring female. And that's not just because 78% of my viewers are female either. I know, we are definitely not a sausage party. I know lots of men and women who listen to and even create Vocaloid music. There is no barrier. In fact, some fans don't even know their favorite producer's gender. Especially now with the gender politics that confuses a lot of people, even me. Get confused sometimes, I'm sorry. The most real that I can get with you on this subject is that fans and producers don't exactly tell their age, gender, race, and can only assume nationality based on language used in their music, but that assumption can be wrong, definitely. This makes Vocaloid a space of non-discrimination, because it's mainly anonymity. Of course, the current discrimination in the community is just the language and nationality barrier and arguing about little details of each Vocaloid or music. But that's pretty minuscule in retrospect. People can be fans that are of all different shades, creeds, hopes, dreams, and nightmares, and anything else you want to think of. Producers are careful not to stir their group either. Select few people. Utsup has a tendency to demonize his listening fans, and they seem to like it. I mean, I listen to a lot of his music. It's not that I like it, it's just that, it's a heavy beat. You kind of expect it from metal producer. Because some of his most famous songs, like Miku Sabbath, tells everyone that they are pretty stupid. And also pigs. If they like Miku. We must all like tsunderes, don't we? But other producers don't want to do that, and so they don't. Each producer has a style, and they have a fan base. This is the essence of music diversity, and it's best to have that. It's equal opportunity! Except you become famous faster if you were in Japan than anywhere else. But it's slowly changing. Question number 5. Is Vocaloid safe for children? Uh-oh, we're getting into this, oh no. This epic question. This horrifyingly difficult answer. Depends. Vocaloid isn't a child, or an adult for that matter, targeting point. Sure, it has anime characters, most of them. Some don't even have, like Leon and Lola. They don't even have character designs. They're just for a genre, that's it. But, that's just part of the Vocaloid culture. You can't go on with it being safe for kids because alone it is absolutely nothing. It's like music. It's playing a note on a piano, like, ding. Is that safe for children? I don't want people to hear that's not safe for children. Is a ding? Is C note okay for children? I must ask people. That's satire, I'm sorry. I just had to say that. Vocaloid needs ideas from producers, and these ideas vary from kid-friendly to most definitely not kid-friendly. Oh my gosh! If you want to sort out who the specific child you're asking about is safe for them or not, then bite the bullet and listen to it yourself. And if you can't understand the lyrics, do like I said in question number 3. It's not that hard. Yes, you have to have some maturity listening to songs. But come on, you have to have maturity listening to any song in the United States or across the world. I mean, come on. Some church songs even have references to the hanky pancake. So, if you find a Vocaloid song that may leave a bad impression on said kid, I'm talking to the parents now, who don't know Vocaloid, then whatever you do not flag it from YouTube. Just because you don't like it. That's considered flagging fraud. I just made up that name. And if you cause someone's channel to be taken down because of it, because, you know, don't be rude. Don't be rude. If you don't like it, don't watch it. It's like, oh no, you shouldn't do that. Well, there are internet blockers. Don't be stupid. Stupid people. I'm not calling you stupid, I'm sorry. It's in the terms of service. Just be careful. Be careful. I'm mainly talking to parents who are just let their kids just sit down on YouTube and don't look after them. Like, hey, this YouTube app is a giant, is one of the best babysitters I've ever had. And for which I will say, I will drop kick you if you say that again. No, nothing other than a human being should be able to watch your children while you're away, even to the bathroom. Come on. Have we grown stupid? Don't hurt people because you don't like... Okay, tangent. But this isn't YouTube 101. It's Vocaloid 102, which next time will be Vocaloid 103. So let's just end this one and get it on. Next week, Saturday. So, if you want more Vocaloid or gaming content, then press that subscribe button. And if you want to see more of Vocaloid 101, then go ahead. Click the like button as well. Tell me in the comments how you like me doing this way. Because, also tell me in the comments how you like the editing style of the said person that's going to edit this video. Because, I mean, they gotta grow somehow. They can't just do videos that don't have anything to do. I mean, yeah, okay. Only thing I ask is for you to be nice, be respectful. Don't say you suck. You suck, you suck, you suck. Unless you're a troll, then fine. I will heart you. I will heart you. I will heart. Not hurt. Heart. As in a comment heart. Unless you want me to hurt you, which, I don't know. Pick your poison. I'm not a sadist. So, I think you'll come back. I know you'll come back for some more Vocaloid 101. Catch Vocaloid 103 next time.